Hi everyone, it's Daniel here for Design Break, and we thought we'd try a slightly different format of video today. We've been really busy with client work and we've not had time to really put together what we feel like is a valuable video for you guys in terms of content. So what we've done is we've actually just been filming our sort of day-to-day goings on in the studio. So we'll just jump into it. The first thing we have is the client testimonial video. So we're filming a client testimonial video. We have one of our long-standing clients in to talk about their experience with working with us, with the agency. We also facilitated a webinar for another client that we've had for a while as well. We built their website, sort of tweaked their brand, and we were creating a graphics package for their webinar and then hosting it and switching between the speakers and kind of managing it behind the scenes. Ailey's been really busy on some new work for a cloud-based tech company. They do document automation, so we'll have more information about that, and we'll kind of maybe be able to show some of the work we've done for that soon. We've got a bunch of other little bits here and there. So a couple of clients, Roots Catering, have just updated their menu. So if you're local to the area, you should go and check that out. They've got some awesome new stuff on there. So we've been updating that. But yeah. So I got some footage of us sort of setting up for the video. So we'll to film the client testimonial. So we'll play that now. So as I mentioned, we're going to try a slightly different format and just sort of talk through what we're doing in the studio day to day. So today we're actually filming a client testimonial video. The client has been with us for quite a while. We developed their initial brand and their website. So we're filming a testimonial video where they kind of talk about how the business has grown and what we've done to help them and how they found the process with us. So hopefully it can help other clients get a feel for what it's like to work with us as an agency. Okay, so this is the setup that we're working with today. We have the softbox here with the Godox VL150. We have the Aperture MC color LED there, and we're using our Canon M50 to do the filming. It also has the Viltrox speed booster and Canon 50mm lens on the end there. So yeah, key light and sort of fill in for the face. That's sort of the setup we do for most of our interview shots. It's pretty basic, but it does the job. Okay, so we've got all the footage onto the computer now, and I've just loaded it up into Premiere Pro, which is my editing application of choice. This is not a tutorial, by the way. This is just a thought of just go over what my process is for editing this footage down. So I've created a composition or sequence rather in Premiere. So I've created a sequence. I added the footage in, and I've already cut down the footage just to all the clips where the client is answering a question. So I've taken all of us asking the questions out, all of the sort of chat in between. So this is just all the raw answers, and you can see that we have about 10 minutes of great, all usable footage. Now the problem is that we want this video to be 1 minute 30, or we want a couple of versions, but the shortest one's going to be 1 minute and a half. So quite the challenge on our hands here to get this footage down to just the 1.5 minute mark. So what I've done is actually something totally different to what I normally do. So what I would normally do is go through this footage, and I would take I'd cut out all the bits that were least important, and I would just keep cutting out and keep trimming off sections until I was left with a compressed version. And then it gets really hard for this tricky point where you have to start trimming out stuff that you really liked that was good because you don't have time, and you just have to keep trimming and trimming and trimming. And to do that, to get 10 minutes into 1 minute 30 would be a task. So what I'm doing instead is I've duplicated the sequence so that I can keep this one here, so that when I create the longer cuts for other uses. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going through and I'm just picking out the sections that that sound really good. So I'm going through, scrubbing through the footage and finding, this clip, for example, where the client has said something great, a really sort of like meaningful section I can take out, and I'm just moving that onto the next track so that I can see that that's something that I might want to use, probably want to use. And then by creating extra tracks, I can actually rank the footage. So this bit here, this is one of those sort of keystone quotes that we definitely want to keep. So what I've done is I've moved that up 2 levels. And what I could do is maybe move that up 3 levels and have this in between level, or put these ones on this track here, and then have like a maybes section on this row here. And then what I'm going to do is go through, and I'll be able to quite easily, once I've deleted all these in between clips here that I don't want to use, I'll be able to cut down into the 1 minute 30 time frame much more easily, or that's what I'm hoping anyway. Like I say, this is actually the first time I'm trying this method. I normally just go through and trim the fat and trim and trim and trim until it's shorter. So we'll see how I get on with that. So through the magic of video editing, I'm actually filming this section after I'd edited down the client testimonial video, and actually that process worked really well. So pulling out the best sentences, what my biggest concern was going to be is that it wasn't going to make any sense when I strung it all back together again, because obviously you're just picking out the best, the best bits that someone said. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to make any sense, but actually it was absolutely fine. We were able to find enough sections to string together a sort of coherent story, so that all is great. It turned out to be about 1 minute 50, so I probably could cut it down a tiny bit further if needed, but I'll just leave it at that for now. And yeah, so I've just now to add the B-roll over the top to kind of disguise the cuts in the video and make it kind of smooth, like flow smoothly. And of course we'll try and sort of tell the story of the pizza making process there, because we've got some B-roll of the stretching of the dough, the toppings, everything else. So that's it for this week. I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you thought of this slightly different format down in the comments, or if you think we should just stick to the regular produced videos where we've got kind of a topic that we're specifically talking about. But yeah, it'd be great to hear from you, and we'll see you in the next one.